I was able to fully recoup the cost of my freeze dryer within 1 year of owning it by selling freeze-dried candy. Now I don't really sell candy much anymore, except one event a year I will always participate in, which is coming up, and I need to start prepping for it. It's our annual neighborhood garage sale, which gets thousands of people out, and I have lots of teenagers who come to my house specifically for my candy. So today I'm going to show you the 3 candies that I am doing for this garage sale that give me the highest profit margins and are the easiest to prepare. So I am lucky enough to live near a Costco business center, which is where I purchase most of my candy that I'm going to be freeze drying. But if you don't have a Costco business center, check your local Costco for these same candies. They should probably carry it. I am just all about easiness now. I just don't have the time to put in all that extra effort into preparing freeze-dried candy in like a special, magnificent way. I like to be able to just dump it on my tray, freeze dry it, and then package it up because I am all about convenience. High chews are definitely on the list. These freeze dry beautifully and are so good. And look at me. They are on sale for $8.19. I'm definitely picking up 2 bags. The next candy I am purchasing are Skittles. I am sorry, this is like the loudest Costco ever. There's so many noises happening. But it is $9.99 for a jar of Skittles, 54 ounces. And this will make me a lot of bags of freeze-dried Skittles. After I get this candy freeze-dried today, we are going to do a total of how much potential profit I can make by how many bags of candy I end up with, minus my cost of purchasing the candy and the bags and such. This is gonna be fun. I'm going to freeze dry my candy in 2 different batches, one for Skittles and the next batch will be the High Chews. They just each require different settings and Skittles can freeze dry so fast, typically in under 2 hours. I think I'm gonna do 2 to 3 hours just to be safe so that I know that these will last until our garage sale in a few weeks. First, I'm gonna get my freeze dryer going. I'm going into the candy settings. My tray, I'm gonna freeze dry these at a dry temp of 140 degrees. If you have the updated software 6 version, it asks for a loading tray temp, which I'm gonna leave at 140. Dry time, I'm gonna put for 3 hours, and my dry temp is 140. So I just hit start. We still wait the 15-minute cool down process. And I'm gonna show you how I get this entire jug of Skittles in one load. I always freeze dry candy on parchment paper. This is the parchment paper from Costco. I love it. And I'm not done with the parchment paper yet because we're going to double stack the layers of Skittles. Well, the hardest part about this is getting the Skittles to stay nicely on top of the second layer of parchment because they kind of want to tend to just roll away. So I just do my best to organize them. I don't prefer if they are like super close together because when you package them up, you kind of have to break them apart a little bit. It's not gonna hurt anything, so I just do the best that I can. It doesn't have to look beautiful. You just wanna be able to fit them all evenly between the trays. I do wanna give some disclosures about selling freeze-dried candy because you do need to have a business license. I mean, all the laws are gonna vary state by state. You need a business license. I operate under cottage food laws here in Alaska, which means I can sell freeze-dried candy locally in my community, but I cannot sell them online and ship them to anybody. So definitely check your local state laws before starting a freeze-dried candy business. If it's something you want to do, definitely make sure you do it the right way. Our countdown has finished and we can load up our trays. If you don't own a freeze dryer yet and you're interested in purchasing one, check the link in my video description below. That'll take you to Harvest Right website and you can see the current deals that they have going on and their new green freeze dryer, which I absolutely love. It's been a little controversial, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out and tell me if you like the new color. I'm hearing mixed reviews, but I really like it. They also are still running their biggest sale right now on the size large units. I have a size medium, which I love, but size large, you can get so much candy in at once, which is kind of amazing. I am gonna be resourceful and get my extra set of trays ready to go to load up the other candy that I'm doing so that when I pull the Skittles out, I can put the new candy right in and I'll show you how you can start a new batch right from there without having to go through the whole cool down process again. It's actually really nice. I'm a little worried that I overcrowded these trays because they will puff up and you don't want them to stick together. So I'm removing some. This was an entire bag of high chews. I'm just gonna, I mean, I could run these in another session, which I'll just save to put in another run, because yeah, I really don't want to ruin these by overcrowding them. So I'm going to just remove some. Same for the next round. I have in the past, for more bite-sized high chews, cut them in half. Okay, I shouldn't say I. Mr. Freeze Dry is a wonderful candy assistant for when I'm making freeze-dried candy. He will chop up my candies for me, and see this chaos of a mess here? Like, he will put them in perfect, even, straight lines and count the exact amount of high chews on each tray, because that's how his brain works. My brain just works in throw them out and hope for the best. We're very opposite in that way, but I guess opposites attract, right? I do like to process my high chews on a tray warm, so I am going to do a pre-warm of, I'm just gonna do 6 minutes. Let's do 7 minutes at 170 degrees. I haven't done high chews since I've gotten this new software, so I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this. We're just gonna hope for the best. I am gonna dry these for 4 hours. I want them to puff up, but not too big. And when you do a tray warm, that helps them puff up better. But I also don't want them to get too huge. So we will just see what happens. I'm gonna hit start. Here are the beautiful freeze-dried Skittles. And you can see the ones underneath puff up just as well as the ones on top. But you see what I mean? How they like stick together. They break apart easily, but it just takes more time when you're bagging them up. The way that I bag these up, I use a kitchen scale and my candy bags that I get from Amazon. These are 4.9 inches wide and 7.9 inches tall. I'll have them linked in my video description. I just really like these candy bags. They work great and they're the perfect size. I weigh 4 ounces per bag and then seal it up. So after loading up my first bag, 4 ounces was not fitting. In the past it has, so I don't know what's different about this run. So I am putting 3.5 ounces into my bags, and that's how they look. They look nice and full. 3.5 ounces is what we're going with. I got a nice pile of Skittles right here, but I'm not gonna tell you how many bags I got just yet. I'm gonna do a grand reveal once we have the high chews out of here at the end, so you gotta wait. I do need to heat seal these shut. That's the second to last step. What I like about these bags is there's a little notch so you can just tear them open when you want to eat them. The very, very last step are labels, which I make with a heat thermal label. I just print them all at the same time, so I'm gonna do that at the very end, like right before the garage sale. So I won't show you my labels right now, but just know that part of the cottage like food laws, you do have to have labels on your bags. My state does not require me to put ingredients or nutrition facts, but I do have to put like my business license information on each bag. I got my bags all heat sealed and into my little containers. I love these containers because they fit the candy bags so well and they allow you to see what's in them. I got these at Target years ago when I first started selling. They do not make these anymore, which is a bummer because they were so cheap and they are so perfect. So if any of you ever see something like this, please let me know, because these are the best for selling. And I'm sad that they don't make them anymore. We are just waiting on the high chews. They look like they're puffing up beautifully. Riddle me this. Always when I freeze dry Skittles, end up with some duds. All of the duds are yellow. Why only the yellow? Any scientists out there, can you explain why only the yellow colors did not pop? Isn't that so funny? I always give my kids the duds and the Skittles that fall on the floor because I always will drop a few. And so I call them floor Skittles. And I'm like, kids, come get your floor Skittles. Sounds disgusting. Yeah, probably, but you know what? 10-second rule? Whatever. I'm seeing some problems in here. It looks like some of the high chews did get too close together and are not gonna work out. I should have cut them in half. I should have had Mr. Freeze Dry cut them in half. But we will salvage what we can. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The bottom tray, mostly beautiful and fine. This tray, some fine, some not so fine. I mean, some of those will break off okay. Some might be too squished together. Okay. This tray, some are okay, some, I mean, they might, if they break apart and just have a little bit of a crackle in them, I'm not worried about that. But some of them are just like smushy and ugly. So I won't use those ones. My top tray is what concerns me the most. Yeah. This is not good. This is not good. That's what I get for being lazy. That's okay. I still have another bag of high chews. When I'm working on candy in the next couple weeks, I will be sure to cut them in half and spread them out more. So, do as I say, not as I do. I am still going to try to bag up what I can of these, and I'll show you how many bags I get out of it. So, I had a great idea. Here is my good bag of high chews, and here is a not so good bag of high chews. I'm still going to sell my good bags for $5, but my bad bags, I'm going to call them oops bags and just sell them for $2 because there's literally nothing wrong with the candy. It still tastes good. It'll still melt in your mouth and be super fun to eat. It's just not pretty. But a lot of people are looking for a bargain and just want to try freeze-dried candy, and this will be a way for them to do it for a very cheap price. So that's what I'm going to do with those. Are we ready for our totals? I already heat sealed everything. Let's count this up. My high chews over here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bags of high chews, which is $40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bags of oops high chews, which would be $12. So we were at $52 so far. And then let me show you how much Skittles we got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 bags of Skittles. One container of the Costco Skittles made me 15 bags of Skittles. So I've got $75 worth of Skittles just right here. I counted my high chews wrong. I have 9 bags of good high chews. So I have 9 bags of $5 high chews, which is $45. And then I have 6 bags of the $2 ones, which is $12, which gives us $52. No, $57. It's getting late. So $57 plus the $75 of Skittles, we're at $132. And I spent $10 on the Skittles, and I spent were they like $8.25 on the high chews? That's a profit of $113. My bags, I buy my bags in bulk. I don't really count them. I mean, they don't cost that much. They're maybe 25 cents a bag. So, okay, maybe I'll minus $3 or so. So we'll call it $110 profit for very little work, which is why I love the opportunity that a freeze dryer gives you. If you want to, you have a way to recoup the cost of a freeze dryer. I know freeze dryers are very expensive. So as we get closer to the garage sale, I will keep y'all posted on my candy count. So far, we have a great start, but I want to get at least triple the amount of candy made, maybe quadruple. I don't know. Some years it's busier than others. So we'll just have to wait and see. This was super fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to Freeze Dry Society, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. Thank you all for being here. You really are the best. Remember, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow. Bye, friends.